IKEA just dropped their most expensive collection yet, but is it actually worth it? Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the Stockholm 2025 collection, so let's get into it. First item is this love seat or sofa. It's designed by Ola Wilborg. He's well known for his PS 2017 floor lamp and the Hector series. One thing I really like about this design is the colors that it comes in. I love the use of the colors in this overall collection. This sofa in general is quite nice. It's very rounded and quite different from what IKEA usually releases. Apparently IKEA says these furniture pieces are heirloom, but I don't think this material will hold up very well because I've seen this kind of material in thrift stores and they don't look good after a couple of years. So something to keep in mind if you do want to buy this sofa. Upon feeling it in person, it doesn't feel very good. It's very cheap. It's not what you imagine velvet would feel like. In the showroom, you can already see so much lint and dust getting attracted to the material. That just gives you kind of a glimpse of what it might look like in your home. I do like the design of it though. It's very mid-century modern. So Pauline Machado is part of this collection. She mainly focused on the textiles and some of the ceramics and bowls. She designed this bowl and most of the glass in this collection are mouth blown, so they're typically higher quality than what you'd find normally in IKEA. Mouth blown glass is also used in the Evedoll collection and even in their Daybed lamp that I reviewed recently. Okay, so this is the floor lamp and it comes in a table lamp version as well. It says travertine base. That just means limestone. Just to be careful on their wording because they do overemphasize their materials. Overall, I think the design of this is pretty simple. It's not super standoutish to me. All right, so this is the bench with pad, as IKEA calls it, but it's just a daybed. It's really nice. It does use real leather from cattle. It's quite comfy to sit on. It is very similar to the Barcelona daybed by Ludwig. I mean, it's a nice product, but it's quite expensive. Okay, so they also released blankets, but they're like $100. And I was curious to why, but it's actually because they use 50% wool and 50% merino wool. It's also designed by Pauline Machado. One thing I really like about these blankets is the colors they come in. It's very playful. I love the use of bright colors with some muted pieces of furniture. Just a nice touch to this collection. Okay, so these are two of maybe my favorite items from this collection. One being this chair because it looks so unique and iconic. I think this should be the face of the Stockholm 2025 collection because this is something that is different from IKEA. I love that they used a weave pattern, kind of resembling like a rattan pattern. And I can't sit on it, unfortunately, but it feels very sturdy and it seems like it would be able to hold up quite a bit of weight. So this is the side table. It's $180. I mean, it looks good, but it's very simple. I feel like it's not worth it, but at the same time, I understand that the material is expensive. They have casters on them, so you can kind of bring it anywhere. It's a nice little coffee table. So this is I think this is old actually. This is not new. And the funny thing about this is IKEA made a material called Djurmo, D-J-U-R-M-O, and it's this kind of fluffy fabric that's made out of cotton. This chair in specific is pretty nice. As far as the whole collection goes, it is very mid-century modern. So something I didn't mention is there's 96 items in this collection, but a lot of them are just forks, cups, plates. So a big portion of the collection is not actually just furniture. I think it's pretty cool that IKEA is doing these collections every now and then to kind of liven up and revamp their brand. Earlier I mentioned there's a lot of rattan items and this is one of them. This is the chair for the table. You can kind of tell by now that oak and oak veneer is a very staple material in this collection. So one of the cooler items in this collection is this glass door cabinet. The oak finish, the glass sliding doors. Yeah, you can display all your little trinkets. It's obviously quite expensive. It's $500 Canadian. The thing I really like about this collection, excuse the noise in the background, is the combination of materials. Oak with glass, warm lighting. It creates a very nice atmosphere for your home, and I think that's the whole point of this collection, is to have your home feel cozy and just a good place to vibe in, you know? I really like the selection of materials, the color palette. So one other thing that they made were these vases, and I mean, they're definitely very eye-catching. but they're a little scary. If you have trypophobia, definitely don't buy this. It's a weird sensory thing, I don't know, but so this is their rug, or one of them. Step back, you can definitely see it's like a birch tree, and I love that there's different textures and kind of patterns in each segment. Contributes to the whole rug, and it's a lot nicer than what IKEA has currently. And for this one's also really awesome. Again, this is made out of wool. For this design of the rug, I love the use of color blocking, the darker orange with the lighter blue. And upon feeling the rug, it's quite well made, and I can kind of see why it costs so much. Also, they are hand woven, so I guess it adds to the quality of the rug. And I love when IKEA taps into the rug designs for their collections. Not just like furniture and stuff, but accessories, you know? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go through everything in this collection. Like the pendant, it definitely seems like it would be a bit annoying to clean, especially if it got dusty. But it does come with white gloves for you to assemble, so that's a nice touch from IKEA. And other things like the cabinet with the rattan sliding doors. Honestly, such a standout item for me, but they just didn't have it on display, so I wasn't able to go further in depth with it. Something I didn't mention in the video was that there are actually 3 main designers in this collection. The first one being Ola Wilborg, and if you've watched my other videos, I've mentioned him a lot on my channel. He's responsible for the love seat, the side table with caster wheels, and a few other items. My favorite piece from him would definitely be the coffee table that has a glass centerpiece. It's heavily inspired by the G-Plan oval glass table, and it really taps into the mid-century modern theme of this collection. Another designer of this collection is Nikkei Carlson, and he's honestly an amazing designer, and he's been designing at IKEA for quite a long time, including his Oli chair from 2003 and his Emil chair from 1993. His more recent item was his sofa in the PS 2013 collection, and I just love that sofa. It's such a unique sofa that taps into the quirkiness of IKEA. Lastly, Pauline Machado is another designer of this collection, and she was mainly responsible for the rugs, textiles, and some of the bowls and ceramics of this collection. Pauline Machado is well known for her rugs and textile items from IKEA originally, with one of her more well-known items being the Tilst rug from 2016. Overall, I love how each designer brings their own take on a clean and modern home. And it's really cool how, although each designer being so different, they were able to tie in their designs together in this collection. Those were my initial thoughts on the Stockholm 2025 collection. Well, most of them. But what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments below, and whether or not you're going to be picking up anything yourself. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate all the support. If you like my content, consider subscribing and giving this video a like. And as always, I love you. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, and until next time.